continue to lead by preparing young leaders for future. Pimpri Chinchwad University, a cornerstone of PCET's esteemed educational tradition spanning over 3 decades, remains committed to nurturing the next generation of leaders. Our university, comprising of several universities, each excellence in their respective fields. Among them are School of Engineering and Technology, School of Management, School of Design, School of Liberal Arts and Humanities, School of Pharmacy, School of Law, and School of Media and Communication Studies. And within our School of Media and Communication Studies, we offer an array of programs tailored to meet the evolving demand of this industry. These include BA in Journalism, Media and Communication Studies, BSc in Animation, VFX, and Multimedia Sciences, BBA in Advertising, Event and Public Relations, and BBA in Digital Filmmaking. And they invite you all today to join us in this webinar. But before we start, let's just have a small glimpse of our prestigious university. I'll just be playing a short video of our university.
The Pimpri Chinchwad Education Trust has established a state private university known as Pimpri Chinchwad University at Sate, Vadgaon Mawar in Pune Metropolitan Regional Development Authority. It is a 30-acre campus of academic facilities and amenities for students and teachers to help them to achieve their fullest potential. The Pimpri Chinchwad University campus is well connected with the cities Pune and Pimpri Chinchwad by road through Mumbai-Pune National Highway number 4 as well as Mumbai-Pune Expressway. Also, railway station Kanhe is at 1 kilometer distance. The nearest airport is Pune Airport. PCU has its different verticals which prepares leaders from different fields. School of Engineering and Technology. School of Design. School of Media Arts and Communication Studies by incorporating cultural activities, events and organized tours and trips, fostering a holistic development approach. In a sense, Pimpri Chinchwad University is not just an institution. It is a vibrant ecosystem that nurtures talent, fosters creativity, and provides a platform for students to thrive in every aspect of their academic journey. PCU Bus Transport provides service across the city. Pimpri Chinchwad University, transformative education that empowers success in a rapidly evolving world.
Uh, Nidhi,
Ma'am, Nidhi ma'am,
Nidhi,
ma'am, you're on mute. We can't hear you.
you're not audible.
Am I audible now?
Hi, yes, you're audible.
Okay. Yes. So it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Abhishekh Chaudhary, sir, an expert faculty member of our School of Media and Communication Studies. Mr. Abhishekh Chaudhary brings a wealth of experience from both media industry and academia, which is expertise in advertising and journalism. He has been a copywriter, account head, media strategist, creative producer for various prominent ad agencies, PR agencies, as well as news channels. And since 7 years, he's working as an expert academician for the stream of media, mass communication, and film studies. He's currently associated with Pimpri Chinchwad University, School of Media and Communication Studies. We welcome you, sir. We'll be opening with the very basic question since the students have joined with us, have recently completed their standard 12, and we'll just initially begin with an introductory question about what exactly is the PR industry and what exactly is this PR or public relation as we say. So, sir, can you please answer that?
I'm sorry, I just got disconnected for a while. I think there's some network issue. Can you repeat the question? Or some
Yeah.
network-
All right. All right. So since the students have just joined us, they have just completed their standard 12. So we wanted to just begin with an introductory question of what exactly is this PR industry or this public relation that we talk about.
Okay. In the most basic sense, okay, I'll first say that PR historically also has been a very hideous profession. A profession where during the times of world wars, uh, both the world wars, in fact, we were not seen. It is still there, but now there are few. There are now many better ways of defining it. But there's still that invisible hand that controls the narrative. When I say the invisible hands that control the narrative, means what? So public relations is basically about controlling the information that is shared with the public or managing the information which is shared with the public. So this information can be related to an individual. This information can be related to a particular product or a company, brand, an institution. So how and what kind of information is being shared uh, with the public, managing this information, drafting this information, designing this information is what is the task of a public relation manager or public relation officer or any account head of any public relation agency or the geniuses of the PR. So controlling the information, managing the information, designing the information institution, what should go out in public, what should not go out in public, and things that are going out in public, in what way it should go, in what tone it should go. So these management of information is what is the task of public relation officer. We keep it generally directly in comparison with advertisement, but and the reason I started with the terms like hideous and the hidden hands behind them. The reason was that when you watch an advertisement, you know it's but obvious that they are going to talk good things about themselves because it's an advertisement. They are going to present themselves as the best. But when it comes to public relations, it's not that direct. Many a times, a commoner doesn't even know that they have fallen prey or victim to a particular PR campaign, and they start believing that narrative. So it's a fun job. It's a job that gives you a very many a times a very sadistic pleasure also of controlling the entire narrative of what's going around. So yeah, controlling and the management of the information, that's the task of public relations. That's the most basic way. It's more like you're drafting, you're designing the story about every company is to garner that trust from the people.
Yes. So your voice is cracking a little. मेरा तो ज्वाइन ही नहीं हो रहा है. Please hold on. I request other participants, please hold on. There is some network error that we are facing right now. Some technical error. Yes, everything. Sorry, your voice was breaking then I.
Some there's one that connection is unstable. Yeah.
Actually, your voice is still cracking. Can you please switch to some other
I
network?
hope.
Yeah, you were audible for the first question, but then.
Okay. Can you go ahead, move it?
Yes, sure. So you have also mentioned given slight reference about advertising also. So let's can you just please break it down for us? Like, what's the difference between PR and advertising?
Okay. The most basic, like I said, PR is more about telling a story. PR is more about controlling the information that is going out in public. And advertisement is something where you are, we call it as a paid platform. We call it as a play wherein I'll be paying to a particular, for a space in the newspaper or a space in during their bulletin. I'll be paying for the space and I'll be putting up my advertisements, talking good things about myself. That's advertisement. Public relation, on the other hand, is more about what will go in the news report, what will go in the news article. So advertisement is where you are buying a space and you're talking about yourself, whereas the public relation is like where you are creating scenarios where you're that's was I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes. Please continue. Yes, sir. Can we move ahead?
Audible me? Not able to hear you.
It's face- Sir.
Maybe I'm now.
Yes. You are audible.
Some disturbance in the audio too.
Are you able to hear me?
You are audible, but there's some network issue. Yeah, in both the questions, I think got broken.
So let's just move together. Now,
The audio is not proper. The audio is this bit disturbance, I think. No, it's cracking.
is it better now?
A bit, but constantly there's some.
Okay, yes. We were just trying to manage something with the audio. Is it better?
Yeah, it's better now.
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll just blend the both of these questions together in our third question, since the first question has a lot of interruption. Now let's talk about the advertising per se. Like if there is a person working in an advertising agency, you could get that instant result. A person would actually know like what work he has to do or what role he is going to play. But as you have said, PR are the people who are like hidden. Their task is hidden. You do not know that they are the ones behind the plan. So then, just briefly, just explain what is the role of this PRO, public relation officer. What does it exactly do?
Okay. I'll use the first answer for this question
Yes,
again.
yes.
I'll quote for because there was a lot of network error also, and I think that will
Yeah.
give an understanding of what
Right. Sure.
now in a given PR agency. Okay, uh,
Hmm.
there are various departments that function. Like for example, there's one media relations or the media management. Then there are people who look after the content. Then there are people who look after the events. So PR people basically, they see advertisements is it's not that hideous. You know that, okay, fine. The client, if you are seeing a Tata's ad in a newspaper, you know that Tata might have paid for that space or to put up their advertisement. And Tata is not going to say that, okay, we are so and so car, we are not that great. They are going to talk good about themselves. When it comes to PR, like I said, that controlling the information that goes in the newspaper rather than in the space of the advertisement,
Hmm.
controlling what talked about you in the news, what is being talked about you in public, what is being talked about you on all the social media platforms. When you try to manage and control this information, that's what PR professionals are supposed to do, or that's
Hmm.
what the task of a PR professional is. So, like for example, managing media or managing the news that goes across in media, there are few amazingly brilliant activity PR campaigns have taken place in this country, which we can use as case studies. The biggest one that I remember is of Cadbury in 2003 or 4, I think, where there was a huge controversy over Cadbury, and Cadbury devised this amazing plan of repackaging that entire product uh, with a purity seal, and also they took the biggest step of using Amitabh Bachchan for endorsement. And Amitabh Bachchan is very, it's a very what I'll say, it's a sellable voice, it's a sellable face in advertising world. Okay, so we trust Amitabh Bachchan more than a doctor. So when Amitabh Bachchan says Diki ke polio le lo, we trust him more than a doctor coming and saying that take polio. So that's the aura of Amitabh Bachchan. So using Amitabh, or managing the media in a way where we are constantly talking about how Cadbury changed the entire packaging, how Cadbury is now more, and then gradually shifting from just being a chocolate to becoming a replacement of the sweets during Indian festivals and
Hmm.
Indian events, all the religious events. So, where now you associate Raksha Bandhan with Cadbury, now you associate Diwali with Cadbury. So, Raksha Bandhan, Diwali, Holi, be it any ritual, now you have that image of, okay, the replacement of the sweet. And they also used very strategically when there was a period when there was a lot of news about adulteration in the milk and
Hmm.
adulteration in related products. And Cadbury very smartly and strategically utilized that fact also, that adulteration fact, that how sweets and how Cadbury can be a good replacement or better replacement to that
Hmm.
adult sweets that you are buying from the sweet shop. So you control this information. In advertisement, you have 30 seconds or you have one space of a newspaper where you'll pay the money, you will put up your ad, and that's it. That's done. Public relation is something where you also control what the journalists are talking about you, or what are they supposed to talk about you, and what are the information that should be out there in public, and in what way those information should be out there in public. When you design and manage this information, that's what public relations people are supposed to take care of, to to manage that information, to control that information, to design that information.
Hmm.
Okay. So, like for example, let's say Sanju. Now, that was a very brilliant way of humanizing Sanjay Dutt, or create, or or create that sympathy and empathy for Sanjay Dutt
Hmm.
after his release. Even in
Hmm.
Bhumi, it was the movie which was released after his release, and for Bhumi, the kind of promotion that was going. So the entire narrative was being controlled. He was just freshly released from jail. He's working on this movie Bhumi, and has been a convict for a very serious crime. And
Hmm.
now he needs some good reputation. Then now he seriously needs some crisis management and reputation management. if he want to sustain in the film industry, if he wants people to watch his movies. And then how the entire talk shows played the important role. So this was the period of time when you go to any talk show of this period, and if you just check the interviews of Sanjay Dutt that he gave in these talk shows, there was a lot of effort and there was a lot of hard work that the PR professionals took to show the human side of Sanjay Dutt, to show to create that empathy, create that sympathy for him. So this is what PR professionals, they don't come directly in front of you and sell the product. They don't come in front of you and manage the reputation. Like I said earlier, they are the hidden hands that's controlling the narratives that and what information should pass or should be there in should be there.
Yes. Okay. So you have also mentioned something about the. Sir, are you there?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
It
So,
connect after the answer and not in between.
yeah. So, yeah, while answering this, you have also mentioned few other opportunities that were there. Like apart from PRs, you have also used the term as corporate communication, social responsibility that is associated with it. So, can you please elaborate a little upon that? What are the other opportunities that have been available in this industry?
Okay, see, now first of all, public relation is one profession which is required by every industry. Okay. Um, be it a state, be it a pharmaceutical industry, some biotechnological industry, be it in fact, no, the health sector relies the most on public relation, because the health sector is one cannot directly advertise their medicines or their, they are not legally they are not supposed to. The only medicines that are allowed to advertise is the basic one, like your headache or the cold and the cough. But apart from this, um, they cannot put up 30 seconds commercials saying that our medicines are best for cancers, or our medicines are best for diabetes. They cannot do that. So health sector relies the most on public relations. Apart from this, you name the industry and you will find a PR. You name the industry and you will find a relation officer taking care of that information that is going out in public. And also, what you asked, that what are the jobs, what are the roles a public relation officer gets into. So to start with, the most basic portfolio that the most basic job or role that an individual will handle will be to work as a junior executive, a junior PR executive. That's the traditional. But there are now various avenues. Now there are new avenues that are taking up place because of the advent of the OTT platforms and because of the advent of the social media and the heavy dependency of on social media. So, like for example, I'll give you an example to ease this out. You before the advent of all these platforms like Instagram, okay, we were not so much interested about what the celebrities are wearing when they are going to a gym or when they are going to airport. That was not the concern. But if you'll see the rise of social media management and the rise of celebrity management on social media, or the rise of reputation management of the celebrities on the social media, with the rise of this, there's a rise in this term called as paparazzis. Now, every has their own set of photographers. Every agency has their own set of videographers who are, with whom they coordinate. The celebrity will coordinate with the agency. The agency will inform the photographers and the videographers, and they'll be posted over there. They know what kind of angles they want. They know what kind of shots they want. Okay, so this be it paparazzi and like for example, crisis management. There was a time when crisis management was not part of media. When we were studying media, crisis management was not the role, it was one of the subject. Just so that we know how to manage crisis. But now that has become the most important job
Mm.
of advertising, of public relations. Apart from this, social media management and, like I said, celebrity management, management, art and artist management,
Mm.
uh, media, and these are many avenues in which a PR professional or a graduate of public relation can excel in. Okay, the biggest role is to have a good contact base in journalists with the reporters, with the journalists, to have to know the reporter of every particular beat. So let's say, for example, if I'm a PR professional handling public relations for steel industry, so I should know who are the reporters who cater to the to business side of news, the business reporters, and also the business reporters who focus a lot on on steel or iron industries.
Mm.
A good contact base with the reporters, to have a good relation with the reporters, to also keep designing and suggesting clients the events,
Mm.
or the to keep suggesting client the design of the information, how the information should go in public. So this is the most basic role. But apart from this, if you'll ask the non-traditional kind of thing, the new avenues that's been opened, social media, to handle public relations through social media. And I think that has also become the biggest platform now. Gone
Mm.
are the now now the celebrities can themselves manage their reputation through Twitter. Not that they are typing the Twitter by themselves or they are tweeting by themselves. They are not sitting on their mobile phones and tweeting. There is a team who is designing that information. But now that dependency on the news is reducing a bit. More than news, it is not like Kapil Sharma, for example, managed the entire controversy by himself by coming out of his closet and talking openly and in a very frank way with public about what happened in the flight of Australia, and he managed the entire thing by himself, by his own tweets, by his own show. In fact, now that we have mentioned Kapil Sharma, uh, more than a talk show, I think that's the biggest PR platform.
Yeah.
A commoner might not realize this, but the talk show is the secondary part. Primarily, the task of Kapil Sharma show is to be a platform for reputation management of celebrities.
Mm.
So he used it by himself, and he's now advising it to others also. That's the thing.
Yes. Also, rightly said, every day we can see there will be the other platform which is so
Voice, voice is not clear. Audio is not clear.
coming up.
This.
Can you
Can you just use the speaker on rather than?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So, sir, since you have also mentioned about the different platforms, and every day we see some or the other platform is emerging, and you have like these days you never know, some other platform will be there tomorrow. Now it's Instagram that we are tackling with, it's Twitter that we are tackling with. So what will be the scope of this in future? And there will be just one tweet tweeted by somebody, and basis that there are the chances the public figure will get cancelled. So do you think this is going to increase this opportunity in this PR industry? What will be the coming scenario?
A lot, a lot. And in fact, I'll tell you, it has increased uh, various job opportunities and various platforms. Already, it has opened up various avenues, and in every sector. Okay. Now, political communication and political communication over media, or political communication through media. Um, and I'll not talk about my generation, but I'll ask you only this question: that when you were studying media, okay, having a strategic political campaigns communication was not a big thing back then.
Exactly. Yes.
Not a big domain. It was
Yes.
when We never saw it as a domain, in fact.
Yes.
When we were working as a reporters, we knew that, okay, politicians do depend on journalists for good PR. But there will come a point where there will be characters like Prashant Kishore, or there will be organizations like IPAC managing the entire campaign's communication strategically with proper research and stats and things. And probably the political speeches will depend on the hashtags that's trending, on the keywords that's trending, and the politician will be using these elements, what people like. For example, if I'm a politician giving the speech in Pune, I need to have a data, what are the things people in Pune are talking about, and my speech will be dependent on those things. Okay, so I'm just giving a political example. Apart from this, you see, what social media has done. Now, social media is it's an interesting place. Why it's an interesting place? And the biggest reason that I find is it looks to be democratic. It appears to be democratic, but it is very dictatorial in nature. Okay. Why it appears to be democratic is because it gives every single individual who are there on that platform, it gives them the right to speak. It gives them the right to express. So you can express yourself, regardless of your age, your creed, your race, your religion, your region, okay, your class. You can just go and talk whatever you want on social media platforms. But at the same time, another why I said that it appears to be democratic, but it is because the narration can be controlled very easily on social media. And like you said, the word cancel culture, okay, that now the increasing fear of getting cancelled on social media, the increasing fear of being politically correct on social media has also increased the number of people who are experts of this platform, and they'll manage your communication on your behalf. Okay, so now gone are the days where a celebrity will need only a manager who will manage their films and who will manage will manage these things. Now, as a celebrity or as a brand, you also need people who will manage these platforms, who know the nitty-gritties of this platform, who know the nuances of these platforms, who know how people think on these platforms. Like I'll give, because we were talking about celebrities, I'll give one example. You know, Deepika Padukone went, and it became a big controversy that she went to the JNU when the left wings to protest in JNU. That was also a bit of time where her movie Chhapak was going to get released. Okay? Now, Chhapak as a movie was a movie about a victim of an acid attack, a survivor of an acid attack. The subject was bold, needed courage. Character is courageous. Now that courage will have to get reflected somewhere. And what better way than to go against the entire establishment? Okay, she went to JNU and suddenly there was hashtags that went around that boycott Chhapak. And to counter that, there was another hashtag that I support Deepika or I stand with Deepika. Okay, now suddenly JNU went out of the picture. It was more about the establishment versus Deepika. Even though the film didn't do that great, but yeah, 10-15 करोड़ तो ज्यादा कमा लिया, जितना इन्वेस्टमेंट था उससे 10-15 करोड़ तो ज्यादा उन्होंने बना लिए पैसे. But the point is that you need now people who can handle, because see, the people who are on these platforms, they think and they are governed with a completely different set of rules. When you are dealing with them, like for example, and forget about the diversity is increasing with the increasing platforms. So for example, Facebook is now for oldies. The younger generation has rejected Facebook completely. Okay, Instagram is very soon also going to be a platform for oldies. Snapchat is something which is more lucrative for the younger generation. So this changes, this diversity that's being created, and these are different set of audience. So the kind of communication that we will have on Facebook, you cannot have the similar conversation on or content on Instagram.
Okay.
Or let's say, for example, the kind of content you will be promoting on Instagram, you cannot do that same thing on Pinterest. Pinterest audience come for a completely different reason. So you need experts who will understand the nuances of this platform and how the population think on these platforms.
Mhm.
So with this rising fear of getting cancelled
Yeah.
is increasing the number of avenues for students who know who the nuances of this platform, and also who can incorporate reputation and crisis management things through these platforms.
Yes. And in addition to that, there is also, as you have rightly told about the social media and all, we see these days the number of celebrities are also increasing. Earlier, it used to be only
Yeah,
from the political and all. Now it is also the social media influencers. They are also to be managed, right?
are actually playing more important role, because the beat down celebrities are now dependent on social media influencers for their promotion.
Yes. So also for social media influencers, we have a set of people managing them, right?
Yeah. Even all the social media influencers, every single social media influencers, they have a team of people who manage them. For there will be a set of people who will be managing the events for them, who will be bringing up events for them, who will be identifying and finding events for them. Then there will be a set of people who will be taking care of the content side. That means the video, the photography, the content. Then there will be people who will be managing, if at all there's a crisis, or if at all there's some reputation crisis. So how to manage it, how to deal with it.
Hmm.
So, like I said, the PR, media, and specifically PR is a profession that is never going to end, because companies and the industries are here to stay. Until the time industries and the companies are here to stay, the information that gets passed on to the public will be the most important thing for them. And because passing on the information in the public is the most important task, people who are experts in designing this information will be needed.
Yes.
So, many a times we hear that our media industry is booming or PR industry is booming. It's not. In fact, it will increase. The more there will be crisis in the society, the more will be the need of PRs. In the
So students who have joined us today should take it in a very positive way. That
Yeah.
there will be the boom in this industry. Also, what will be the skill set that will be required, for the students of the PR? What is that like? When somebody is hiring a PR.
multi
Okay.
multi-skilled. Uh, First of all, to have an understanding of the businesses very thoroughly,
Hmm.
a very understanding of the businesses, variety of businesses, of various businesses. Uh, when we go for PR professionals, when we go for hiring PR professionals, what we try to see, we try to see whether a person, individual, is knowledgeable, is well read. Okay, why having a command, or why being well read is so important? Be it any profession, being well read is important in every profession. First of all, secondly, uh, a PR professional who knows about variety of things, like for example, right from history till contemporary world, right from businesses to philosophy, right from it shows the range of your command, it shows the range that you have. Now when you are a PR agency as a professional, you cannot choose your clients, the clients are given to you. So let us say, for example, if you get a client, like I'll give my example, which will try to ease this thing out. And I hated science. I never wanted to be a science student. Okay. And I joined one PR agency, and the first client that I got was from the biotechnological world. And for that, I had to read about biotechnology and things associated and related to biotechnology. So, and in that situation, I cannot say to my boss that no, I'm very bad, or I'm very poor with biology, or I'm very bad with biotechnology. I'll have to read. I'll have to understand what biotechnology is, what biotechnology industry does. Okay, so a person who is well read, a professional who is well read, that's the first quality that we look at. Secondly, how well a person is to handle crisis, how well a person is in terms of handling reputation management, how well, and we have certain exercise, we have certain set of exercises, or we have certain set of a task that we give to the candidates who come for the interview, and just to grasp this, that whether the person can think out of the box when they're in crisis. So these are a few major things. I mean, I always emphasize a lot on being, have to have a thirst for knowledge, to have that hunger for knowledge, to gain as much as possible, to get to know as much as possible about variety of industries and how different industries communicate. Now, like for example, iron industry, all these industries they are going to have their set of communication. Reality world will have their set of communication. So how to know about these things, to know about major all the industries about the country. So if I want to be a PR professional in India, I should know about all the major industries in India and how the communication goes on. That's the first thing. And to keep a constant watch on market.
Okay.
So a PR professional should be very much in the share market, should be very much interested.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that was,
I hope that.
yes, sure. Also, you have briefed about everything. And now, this is one prominent question that we come across all the time, especially for the students who are opting for this public relation. This is just a common question that we come across, even the ones who want to join the media, that if they are not that good with the social communication, or if they are introvert or something, then is it possible for them to join this? Can they acquire that skill of communication? Because that's the basic thing as well.
Professional, you are not supposed to go on stage and talk. You are supposed to draft that speech that the CEO is going to talk about, or CEO is going to give. You are supposed politician is going to give. So now, and in fact, I think introverts do far better job than the extroverts. It's fine if you are an introvert. It's completely fine, because it's not your task to. In fact, introverts I think might have a better observation skills about certain things that an extrovert might miss out on. So be it an introvert, that has nothing to do with the job we have, because we don't go in front of the camera. I said earlier, we are the hidden hands that control the narrative.
Yes. No, that's the one common question that we come across. So that's it. Thank you so much for joining with us today. We'll just conclude this event with a formal vote of thanks. So as we approach towards the end of the webinar, I am honored to deliver this formal vote of thanks. I would like to extend my gratitude to expert faculty, Mr. Abhishekh Chaudhary, sir. Your insights and experiences were enriching, and I'm sure it will be very helpful for the students while they are choosing their or making this decision about which career or which stream to look for. A special thanks also goes to the founders of PCET Board of Trustees, as well as our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Manimala Puri ma'am, our Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sudeep Thepre sir, for making this event possible. I'm also grateful to our HOI, Professor Narendra Bandabe sir, for his constant support. Our thank also extends to all the deans, directors, head of institutes, faculty members of various schools of Pimpri Chinchwad University, whose presence have greatly supported us. A special appreciation also goes to our faculty member, Professor Pooja ma'am. And a big thank you to the marketing and admission team for their relentless efforts in promoting this event and providing the necessary technical support, as always. Lastly, I would like to thank all the students who have joined with us today. We keep organizing many of such webinars, so please keep joining for the further guidance. Also, we are pretty much active on our social media sites and also on our website. So please keep visiting our website as well to get the latest update. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Sharon, we can end this meeting.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.